Oh, hey everybody, hope you're all having a good day. It is Monday. I was actually meant to jump into this ahead of time, but yeah, time to continue our catch-up review. And of course, we are on Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. So before I actually start things off, we'll show off the costumes. So Phoenix Wright has the tiger. Obviously, this is reference to Don Tigre from Tournament Recipe for Tournament. Apollo has Skull Day costume, obviously based off the Spirit of Justice stuff, and the Joel Desi's. And Athena Sykes has a Très Bien costume from, funny enough, Recipe for Tournament. But we will go right into the story. Let's go. Oh yeah, because Phoenix Wright was such a powerful force in America, I'm putting out quotation marks, where do you put him? Different country with different legal system.
On the western edge of the Far East. Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The kingdom of Kurain. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole.
No.
But things like revolt and revolution.
One prior.
The furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Even just hope everyone good day. The foreign tournament. I kind of got the gist of it. I'll probably read it later on to fully understand, to see it, understand more. Here is Kurain. Death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirit of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother, fear only the impurities of your soul. Oh yeah, there's a new mechanic in this. That one blocks me when we get to it. Spite of my soul, I have the child to blame. Yep. Oh God. I'm gonna the wrong. What is that? Oh, bye. Yeah, wrong. Some little bite. Something went to the wrong pipe. Anyway. April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Kurain. Whew. I'm finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Kurain, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. But just look at this place. Get a look at the street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. And that gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of town. Wow. And that's right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. That's quite a crest on its head. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes. Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops. Hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute. Are you? That's right. I'll be your guide. At your service. Yes, that is a pun for the I'll be your guide. I'm a monk in training at Temporal Temple. Well, and I'll be your guide around town. It's very nice to meet you. Haparaki. I'm trying to make sure I got. Happy. What now? Haparaki! That's how we greet people here in Korean. It's like hello or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Haparaki. My name is Phoenix Wright. And I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler. A stranger in a strange land. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the King Korean, land of spear mediums and mystery. This is for you. To celebrate your arrival. Speaking of mysteries, what is this mysterious green lump exactly? Let me explain. This is a famous Koreanese bun. It's called a makataman or sobun. It's shaped like a makatama. It's so yummy it'll send your soul to the Twilight Realm. Okay, that doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks. I think I'll indulge you later. That'll be 20 diamonds. Thank you for your patronage. I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you want any more. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed full of tools of his trade. Okay. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet. Yeah. Oh, give me that. There we go. Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. Maya Fey. She's a spear medium who used to work as my assistant. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her I saw like training with her. Albie, this is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Ah, shucks. She said that. That was sure nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit too. If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go. Yes. That girl worries too much. But you sure can't earn his appointments, right, sir? I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I hate to admit, I came early because I was worried about her too. Oh, well, you know. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer. Thanks. That would be great. I guess Albie takes his job seriously. Well, what are we in for? Those sights aren't going to see themselves. Oh, you don't have to shove. First up, temporal temple, right there in the center of town. There's something I really want to show you. April 23rd, 4:45 p.m. Temporal Temple, Plaza. Wow. This is more impressive up close. I'll let me explain. This is the heart of our town. Temporal Dragon Temple. It was created by the founder of Horizon, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here on this temple to be a monk someday. I heard that the people of this country are all adherent of Koreanism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion and its ancestral spirits are fair in it. Thank you, Miss Medlock. Just one sec. The Holy Mother was a great spear medium who could commune with our ancestors' soul. Our souls. And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'll want to see when you come to her temple is the Dance of Devotion rites. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth souls from... Oh my god, no! Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth the souls from the Twilight Realm. In Koreanism, we believe the soul is carried by the sacred East butterfly. Its swings form a loop that wraps around the soul as... Hold it! Slow down. I can't remember all that once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that's sure true. I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see. I guess I just explained about half of what I used to explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you $10 for a turfy. Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship too. Kind of even, Miss Mad told me she tell I have my country too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that counts as patient. Hope that counted as patience training. And she seems really excited too. She listened to my whole speech. Huh. That doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Miss Maya was so kind and nice. So kind and nice. She treated me really well. Like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Bang. 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 Oh no! What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry to the temple right away. But first, let me give you this card for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so get a read, okay? Let's go. But why the big rush? We don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of our benevolence Dance of Devotion. Her benevolence? I'm not going to sing this, but okay. Oh.
I'll be your guide. You're under arrest for treason.
April 24, 10:10 a.m. High Court Crown accused Lolly. Let me in! Why won't you let me in? Because you're a foreigner. What business could you have done? Could you have with this court? I told you, my friend's on trial here. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday, and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial. A trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get it out of here. Look, you got it all wrong. It's great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. What? I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home anyway. What? A lawyer? I can't. That's not possible. What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering a courtroom. Anyway. Wait, get back! Yeah, nothing wrong with a lawyer entering a courtroom, right? Wait, get back here, you! This is the Chinese courtroom. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court? The divination ceremony has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Guilty! What? A verdict already? But the trial only just started. There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Take another look! Sentences performed by Princess Rayfa are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. Isn't it ironic that you, the folk adherent of Koreanism, would dare to her insight? Hehe. Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world is going on here? The judgment is ruling based on something called the definition sentence. What is Albie's attorney doing? Wait a minute. Where is Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Doubting the definition sentences tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so shall be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Ur-Dahara Karayan. I know I didn't say this one.
Objection!
What? Wait, just one moment. Door! Me, my big move. Now on. Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in now. So I had to do this right. Your Honor! It's too soon to give your verdict. This trial's only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? Well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor. Just passing through. Ah, tourist, are you? A Piraki. But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait. What? Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in Karai, in the Kingdom of Karai. We leave it all up to her benevolence, sacred power of spirit communication. Her definition serenits. And determines all, sorry. What? But sure you see how unfair this is. Okay, go. What kind of insane court system are they running here? You would dare mock me, you barb-haired buffoon? If you value your life, you will leave post haste. Or shall I summon the bailiff? Bailiff is that big scurry dude with the big scurry gun, isn't he? I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir for your travels. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now hold on! Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. I'll be. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright. But never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me! You have to go now! I'm sure you can find in our guide. There were lots more places I wanted to show you. It looks like I won't get the chance now. I'm sorry. Poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face. Look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? I'll defend him. Can't let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Okay. Defend him? You can't be serious. Did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heavens forbid! Defend me, Mr. Wright! What are you saying? You can't do that! I most certainly can. Don't worry. I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright? You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Evening, Eddie. Hope you're having a good day. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. Well, that. Your Majesty, if you please. You have something to say, Mr. Payne? Why not alert, Your Majesty? Why not let him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right, Mr. Whoever you are. Prosecutor, are you acquainted with the traveler? It's the same Payne from the last game. That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy! What? Mr. Wright? You're a defense attorney? A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock! You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country? Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Call it nostalgia, if you will. But I am most eager to give it a try. But I have a previous engagement, you see. A classic item with the missus. Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years has passed since we last saw the defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Mr. Payne, I want this barbed hair brought to me on a stick. As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and your Her Benevolence want, I will acquiesce. I got that wrong. As for the defense, I hope you're prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What is he talking about? There! Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne. I'm sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor! Or the Incredible Payne, as I'm well known in this country. Well, that's one way to describe him. He is an incredible Payne. And you will see soon enough that just why that is. Whenever you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery? Just you watch. That defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can bet on it. Get him, Chief Prosecutor! Crush the defense devil! This is way more lawyer hit than even back home. And even gets it from the prosecutor at that point. Back home. Now, if you would please give your opening statement once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes. Larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room in Temple. Temple. I'm getting the name wrong, I know on. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Poirot, Temple security guard, and empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. Kill a guard armed with a gun. That's a terrifying, bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy and crime report and crime photo. Sorry. Roll's autopsy report as a court record. And we have the crime photo. I don't think I need to explain. Oh, I should probably check. It's been a long time since we've had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. We may rely on the power of the sentence, but police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence myself by looking at the court records. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne. Oh, now we can actually do things. Return to match my own point match, proof of my profession. Song of ceremony. The song about the Founder's Orb sung during the Dance of the Vision. English translation. It also has a short. Time of death is around noon. His head shows signs of being hit with a blunt object. Look at the prime photo. Temple's treasure room. The body was discovered at the base of the stairs to the altar. And there are other people. I'll be your guide. Age 9. The defendant. This is Justice young man is both a monk in training and the Crown East tour guide. Gaspin Payne, age 56. A prosecutor from back home. So what's he doing here as Karayan's chief prosecutor is beyond me. And Poirot, age 32, victim's case. He guarded the treasure and was killed by the thief who stole it. Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. You mustn't let the culprit get away with these hideous crap deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Is this treasure really such a valuable object? How could you even ask such a thing? Of course it is! Why, steeped in this treasure is the very soul, the mitama of the Holy Mother. Your soul is sealed in the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. Don't believe it, do you? Of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along. This is kind of irrelevant. This is exactly why I dislike a defense attorney so much. Your Majesty. What is it now? This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something? Of all the outlandish requests! Your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale! He's been getting awfully angry with me. And those fins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden to anyone outside the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone with the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. This includes photos taken about 8 years ago with the treasure, when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box and assistants. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year, for the special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. The treasure box at the Goldberg, forced opened and its contents stolen. The average person can only see it in this newspaper article. I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple. Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it? The accused's family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his acolyte training. It's like training. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing some of these. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume? What? No, I do have questions. Even more? But you just asked a bunch. Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. What? You still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know about? Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place? What? As I already stated, it was in the treasure room of the temple. Oops. That's right. Have you ever been paying attention? These lying lawyers, not only do they lack morals, but memory too. He apparently has all the brain power of a barnyard chicken, Your Majesty. Oh, that explains why he has a crest like a rooster. No matter where I go in the world, insults are always the same. Your Majesty, please let me try to get... Let's see. Oh yes, the weapon. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large spot stain on. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed up the stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll in the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. There's an update. The murder weapon off limits to the public. Oh, you forgot that. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he'd be able to hit the victim from a man on the head. Ah, a very good point, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading to the altar. The accused elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature. Yeah, guess that makes sense. Ha 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 ha! Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless! What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accuser's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. Very well, in that case, I find the accused... Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit? I told you I have plans to attend to and... Ah! I'm late! It's already started! How does the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defense's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its rights to cross-examine the defendant. Where'd he go? Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean? What do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. And little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I don't find me like the defendant or the accused tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, your royal pinness. Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Peon. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. Oh, but before you do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? Go for it, Your Majesty. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be your guide. I'm trained to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Why me? Now, where are we? Process time you need to defend it, Your Honor. Sorry, Your Majesty. What was happening in that one? Right. Let's do that then. It's gonna get weird because I have to bounce between both of those. Your Majesty, and Your Honor. At the defense's insistence, I might add. He seems a little spirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind. Well, the defense had better get to it. And make it quick, if you please. The defense? Mr. Wright? I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am. I'm here to defend you, I'll be. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be alright. You tricked me! What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Magatam I gave you yesterday. Yeah. Albie, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me! You disgust me! Now even Albie's against me. Why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright. Being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dance of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Alright. Right. This has a new way to present that testimony. The accused is account. I didn't come as a rule, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green nice butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway, planning out my tour route. You well acquainted with the victim? Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran to each other in the temple. Mr. Rowe was a monk in training when he was a kid too. Well, you know. I bet Albie looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard. But at least that way, he could still stay at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young. Mr. Roll had to support his younger brother and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. Sounds like the circumstances in Albie's were very similar. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, You train hard to make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he said. He was always cheering me on. In my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? Yes, I see. You express yourself well. Defense, as you've heard the accused's account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an exponential conclusion. I think I got that wrong now. But Your Majesty, I haven't even crossed the summit of the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it? It's been so long, I don't hardly recall what this cross-examination thing is all about. A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is? What fresh hell is this? I really do wish I could remember how it works. Can I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? As well. I guess I better. We'll never get anywhere. Your Majesty, please allow me to explain. Please allow me to explain the procedure. First, we lawyers listen carefully to a witness's testimony. Then we use percent to open the court record and examine the evidence. And why would you do that? To find the percent any evidence that's inconsistent with the statements given. Percent? I certainly don't need any guess from you. Clearly, something is getting lost in translation with His Majesty. The point is, it's possible that a statement could contain a lie or a mistake. But what do you do if you can't find any inconsistencies in the witness's testimony? In that case, we may press the witness for more information. Pressing a statement might reveal new information or even entirely new statements. Presenting evidence is one thing, but pressing witnesses? I have you no defense that I do not allow violence in my courtroom. Rest assured, only gentle verbal pressure is used. No physical force involved. At least right now. No Francesca or anything, so, you know. Well, I'm not convinced, after all. Who knows what sort of tactics an attorney will resort to? I don't want to. I might plead to not mention any past endeavors with previous prosecutors in the series, for notable reasons. One false move and I'll call the bailiff. Yeah, something's definitely getting lost in there. For now, I should just focus all my energy on questioning Alibi. Alibi, sorry. I'm comparing his statements with the information in the court record.
Hold it!
I believe you didn't do either of those things, Albie. You do? But you're a lawyer. Of course you'd say that. Nah, there's no need for that. But he's right. Lawyers always claim their client is innocent, even if they have to lie. Just like you're doing right now, accused. Don't lump me in with that, lawyer. I'm not lying. I didn't steal anything and I didn't kill anybody.
Hold it!
You're not allowed to go near the treasure room? Why is that? It's a rule of the temple. They keep a lot of important things in that room. Yes, like the Founder's Orb in particular. Only the royal family may lay eyes on it. Did Mr. Payne say anyone without spiritual power would go blind? I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just looked at the other treasure box. I've never been anywhere near the treasure room. I'm too scared. Gotta believe me.
Hold it!
A box with a butterfly on it? Okay, yeah. You can see it in the newspaper article. Look. You see? That's the leaf of the Cranese butterfly on the treasure box. Okay. Oh, this is sign here is carved on the back of the box. I see it now. It's a sacred butterfly, said to carry the souls of Mitamans of the departed. Its wings form a loop that cradles the Matimans and carries it to the Twilight Realm. As you can see, there's even one depicted here behind me at the judge's bench. Oh, what do you know? There it is. It kind of looks like he's about to be carried off to the Twilight Realm himself. Anyway, I've never seen this treasure box. Besides...
Hold it!
Planning out your tour route? Yes, I was planning out a tour route for you. A tour for you, sorry. For me? Well, thank you, Albie. I wouldn't have done it if I knew you were a lawyer. I wasted all that time on you! Give it back! Sadly, I'm a lawyer, not a Time Lord. Actually, as soon as he heard that's what I am, he's been like a totally different person. I certainly don't think Albie committed murder. Ever. Don't talk to me! You disgust me! That outburst earlier makes me wonder if he's willingly telling if he's willing to tell me the truth. If he willingly tell me the truth, sorry. I better compare his statements on the court records carefully. If I find inconsistency, I can present some evidence and maybe get him to open up. I believe it is this statement. One of these two.
Objection!
Okay, it was one of the two. I took a 50-50. Alright, I took a 50-50 and lost it. Alright! It was there in front of me and I didn't think about it, and I overlooked it. Oh, YB. Why would you lie to me? So, you said you've never laid eyes on the treasure box. Is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how'd you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope, take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Hold on. Hi. Did it just move? Palukuna! I beg your pardon? Palukuna is a word in Cranese that people use when they're surprised. You just expose a lie! This is the power of cross-examination, is it? I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment. The accuser was lying. Then that just makes him more suspicious than ever. And this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth. Darn. Just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't.
Objection!
That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. He does? This was surrounding the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice, and it contains a list of temple monks' duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Or is it? It's not here? I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Here. Notice as the court record, and notice on the day of the incident, the defendant's fingerprints were found on. No, 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 no. And that means Albie was there on the day of the incident. Ha 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 ha. So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself. Yes, if it seems so, Your Majesty. Urgh. You predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. How was any of that supposed to help the accused? See, I told you can't trust lawyers with their lies. Herbert Evans already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with. Oh, everything's going all wrong. Hello, what should I do? What do I do? As I suspected, the cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever. No, you're wrong. Armed as we are with her benevolence insight, there's no reason that hers gets guilt. And I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers. By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finalize my verdict. Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this sentence for myself yet. Definition, sorry. As the defense, I have the right to check it. Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife. I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the sentence. Do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the sentence? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy? Well, no. I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to the class with your wife. Certainly does sound worth seeing. And they give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Ha 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 ha. I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit? Well, foreigner interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the nation's sirens performed again. Then, right after that, the tearful begging, I really do have to be going. The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that the feat and the spur is all that awaits him. There she is. Her benevolence. Her benevolence? Rafa Pamankarayan? Thank you for coming all this way once again. Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-haired attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination sentence. It would seem the depths of your irrelevance, and blasphemy are lost to you on you. I'm just a foreigner. Ignorance in the way on customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, Your Benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie. You would imply that the trial of this country is unfair? Do explain, outsider. High verdicts founded on truth imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartially. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to Your Benevolence in that matter? Did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked about this? What does he know about anything? Ignorant outsider. We won't stand for. He must be punished. Yikes. Looks like I really stuck my foot in this time. Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Silence! One and all. Is she standing up for me? Oh God. I'm gonna put a be right back thing. I don't know what. I'm gonna disconnect it and reconnect it and see if it works. If not, I'll have to stop the stream for a brief moment. I don't know what happened, by the way. All right. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna have to stop the stream for a little bit. To be back, I'm gonna be back in a bit.